And here it is, Monday. We're starting off a whole new week here at SNG Studio, and we're going to be doing a lot more of the same. And we're going to be doing Deadpool, the Iron Giant, strange babies, and strange people, faces, and a bunch of other neat stuff. So let's get on with the week. Well, it's quiet here today, except for our neighbors. Mary and I are here alone with the dogs. And I'm cutting armpits, which I know sounds kind of odd. Remember that cardboard? You know, there it is, all laid out. And what I do is I sort of tape it together till it's the right shape, and then cut right through the tape and everything, because where I get those cuts are where things will match up. So then it's kind of crude, and then I put it over here and I even it all out, and then I start cutting the plastic. And the way I do that is, well, I'll show you how we do this. The way you cut ABS is to, or not ABS, styrene in this case, is you take a sharp X-Acto blade. This one's not so sharp. It doesn't really matter because you're just going to score the material like this, see? And score it a few times, and then you'll score it again. And an amazing thing happens when you do this. Then score again with this piece. Alright, I'll give you an idea what goes on here. Someone's playing their guitar. Good thing we're not shooting today. I don't know, can you see that? Good boinkus. And I'm going to do that again over here. David Merriman taught me this a long time ago. I remember, I forget how it happened, but we were talking about this kind of stuff, and I said, you know, I'm cutting it with a saw or something. He said, don't do it that way. Just score it and break it off. Well, absolutely. That works the best because this stuff breaks very easily when you do it that way. Just score it. I didn't quite get that piece out like I wanted to because it goes to a point, but no problem, just go in there. Hack at it till it goes. It will go. There it goes. I'm going to keep doing that, and in this minute here, I'll have the part. Then I'll score it from the outside, and isn't that great? Just like magic. It is very cold out here today. That time I just did it a couple times. Bing! It's fun too. I think. I love working with styrene. It's just amazing what you can do with it. You can build anything with this stuff, I swear. I'm trying to find my line in the midst of all the squiggles. Break that way, break that way. Okay. We got one piece left in here. Okay, so now I've got to fold this stuff, and it's really not going to fold like cardboard. It's going to snap, and then I'm going to tape it temporarily from the back side and then glue it. But I'll show you. I'm going to score these, and then we'll fold this up, and we should have a part. Now the other smart thing I did is mark this 1 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 5 and 5. Because if you don't do that and you cut these and they get ended up like this stuff here, you don't know where they go. So I learned early on to do that. Next thing, I'm going to go around from the back side and I'm going to put that tape between these points here so when I cut they stay stuck together anyway and it'll fold. Now as you can see here, I'm folding these like so, and like so, and then I'm going to do the same thing with these. And you can see how that's matching up pretty well. And that's going to match up pretty well as well. Like so. So this gets pulled in more like that. This will be, there might be a little discrepancy because you can't do it perfectly. Basically, any of those problems you can fill in with putty and sand and block. But you can see how that works, and it does work fairly well, and we'll end up with a nice part here. Okay, now that I have the actual parts cut, I'm going to make a template for the other side on these, and just by putting on a new piece of styrene and marking it off very precisely. The fit is not that perfect. This was really perfect, but bigger pieces, not so complicated, but this will be close, and then I'll punch up anything that's wrong. This keeps turning with putty. And here we are, an amazing Thursday at SNG Studios. We haven't been taping much because there's not a lot taping. Digitalizing much because there's not much to show. But we do have Mr. Awesome here, and he's, what are you doing?
I had to restart.
You had to restart? No. Oh, I see a lizard up there in the guy's hand. And we're back with Isaac. And you can see the mask he's doing for around the hands of the lizard. It's not seen on the outside of the hand. And of course I did all the animation against these backgrounds, then dropped them out in Lightwave and just animated the lizard in an alpha channel, and now he's masking it, and in a minute you'll be able to see the magic that is Isaac.
I can show you a preview of the magic.
So here you can see the lizard.
Daddy's up on the side. This was locked off.
This is locked off.
This one is. So I just had to track
Oh
his hand.
yeah, I see.
Yeah, so it's the shot before it that one. So really, I don't even have to.
Is this the one where he jumps though, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
I want to see him jump. It looks so great. Show the jump again. I love the jump. No, play it fast. It's so cute. I love the way it looks. Ooh, what you got there?
confused. Well,
there's a lizard right there.
what I have to do, we might have to make a couple tiny little hands.
Right. This function is
Because-
not available now. What the hell? You must have hit the control.
Oh no, I think it's a touch screen. Anyway.
Make a lizard move. Just make him scurry. I just love it. So I'm working my tail feathers off on this. Obviously the head will sit down a little bit more. This is just on a base here. But this is what I've been working so hard on, is this area in here. Now there's going to be a strip that comes down here into here, and just trying to work this stuff out when you really have very little to go on has been pretty hard. But it's that circular disc there needs to be twice that thickness. But you can see I've got all this going on here now. And so once this is all finished tomorrow, I can take templates off this by using paper and tape and mirror image this for the other side. So definitely is working out really, really well. So I'm very pleased. Not an easy task. So here it is. It's Friday. We love Friday, don't we, Mary? Mary?
Oh, what? Oh, I was looking.
Where are you?
I don't know. Where am I?
You're here. Oh, there you are. We like Friday.
Okay.
But it's a wet Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, it's coming down pretty hard and very windy.
Yeah, which doesn't happen very often around here.
It never rains in Southern California.
Never does. That's why we have a drought, you see, still, according to the authorities, right? Giant floods
You can
everywhere.
just look outside and see how dry it
look,
is.
there goes, there goes, what's his name? Lloyd Bridges in his diving suit. Yeah, it is rainy out there. This is laughable weather to people in Florida that have hurricanes, but for us, 40, 50 mile an hour winds, flooding, dogs barking, dogs and cats living in the street, total Armageddon. you'll know what that's from. And I got rather wet, so that's why my clothes are strewn out over the captain's chair and the fireplace there. Isn't that cozy? So we're about to get to work here on But Something Is There. And out here, Rosie, you want to come with me? Well, the kettle's on for tea. Tea that came all the way from England from our wonderful dear friend Paul Butcher, and fabulous artist. Out here we have him, of course, and what I need to do today, now that I've covered what I had to go through to get all this done, and my goodness, what a lot of work that was. Now I need to get the same thing on the other side. Am I zoomed in? No, that's zoomed in. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take paper. I don't have any paper right here, but just say this is paper. And I'm going to take paper and tape, and I'm going to do this. And I'm going to make a template for every single part and every single angle that's here. Theory being that when I cut them all, and then I flip them over to this side, I'll have the same thing. And I can do it much faster, because this took me on the average about 3 hours a day for 2 weeks. Quite a while to get right, and it's still not right, and it's still off, but it's close enough, and we're happy with it now. So I'm popping loose things. I need to tuck this like this. I might even have to dart this, I'm not sure yet, but there is a definite fold down in there, and you can see that little edge right there. So right there, this has got kind of a sharper bend to it, so this needs to come in. I might even bend it slightly, I don't know. That might do it too. He's pretty wide here, and he's a little bit wider there. I am not going to change all this for the inch off that I am on the back side. It just simply isn't worth it. Besides, this robot's for me. I'm not going to be selling these. These aren't, you know, supposed to be 100% freaking accurate down to the last rivet. And for those of you that count rivets, this one's got a lot of rivets, and I've counted them all. And there are 2 different sizes of rivets. So what I did is I got these rivets from Kitcraft. You see, Kitcraft, lovely place in Studio City. Been going there for over 30 years. I know the owner, Mike. He's a wonderful guy, and he always takes good care of us here. Like Smith Brothers, he takes care of us for this kind of stuff. So yeah, $3.75 gets you 5 of these. So rather than just buy a whole bunch of them and glue them on there, I'm going to make molds off of these so we can always have rivets and also keys for molds and all kinds of stuff. And you can see here, looking at this, he's got larger ones here, which will be these, and he's got the smaller ones here, which will be these. And so we'll make a silicone mold, and then the silicone mold will produce resin cast rivets, and we just stick them on the model. So we are going to do some work on the submarine today, I promise. We really are. Now the paint's finally dried, and it's all even and nice one color gray, black, actually a very dark gray. It almost looks black. We're going to start doing a little airbrush work and bringing this to life. And I've got a bunch of aluminum I got from Smith Brothers. Thank you, Smith Brothers. I know you guys watch these videos. You are my best buds. So they sent me a whole bunch of brass and stuff that I'm going to use to make these. The masks, which we really don't know what look like because they're classified according to the maker of the submarine, Mr. Robert Devick at OTW. So that's what we're doing today. The girls will be working on the baby over here, which is getting a lot better, and of course Deadpool. So here we are on a very rainy day. In fact, last time I checked in with you on this Friday, it wasn't raining that heavy, but now it's been raining so heavy that this place is spraying leaks, including our motorhome.
There's a lake out front too.
We now have a U-boat. Well, it's a German car, right? So, yes, and we have a lake forming outside, and seems like it's lightening up a little bit, but not much. You can see everybody's very enthusiastic to be working today. Don't forget the dogs. Personally, I think they like the smell of my socks. Oh, I really do, Steve. The Enterprise is warm and dry, you'll all be happy to know. Right, Mary? Oh, yeah. And of course, Mr. Awesome is not here yet, but he will be. Small lake right there, huh? So I did it. I got, well, this is a temporary piece here. There's a template of foam. I can actually sheet this with styrene, which is not a bad idea because this one's too thin, but you get the idea. And I got the other side done. Look at that. It's amazing. This angle should be a little in and this and that and da-da-da-da-da. But now at this point, I can start really pointing this up. Like I have to add a piece down here. And everything will be fixed by, you know, using filler and sanding. And down here, this all has to have a radius, not a radius, but a thickness in here. And I'm going to use square stock styrene and put it on the inside of there, make a lip. And then for the mold, I've got to put a piece of styrene all the way around inside there to mold up against. We ended up with a bit of a gap there, right here, which I got to fix. But mirror imaging the other side worked out really well. I need to straighten that out, drop this down. Of course, I need to make these parts for this side as well, which is really not a big deal. The bulk of the hard stuff on the torso, it is entirely done now. Of course, I'm going to remove this, bring this down an angle because I got to do the insert part of it as well, but that's pretty easy. That's thick strips of wood cut and tapered to get that look, which he has down inside of here. You can see this little stripe thing. So that has to be done still, but that's an easy deal. Just sheet it from the back side, put the thick stock on the edge, but the hard stuff is done, and that was all this geometry and trying to get it to look the same on both sides, and a little off over here. This should have been not quite in this way so much, but it's so close that I don't think anyone's going to notice too much. Overall, I am really pleased. So that's it for Friday. It's been a great week. And we'll be back next week for more fun at SNG Studios. Thank you guys for all your support and all your enthusiasm about this. For my Patreon supporters and everyone else, we love you a whole bunch.